Hey guys, so we're gonna soak some stamps. Like I've said in other videos, I've actually never bothered to do this, but I have been saving a big giant thing of stamps to soak for years now. Every time I see a stamp that's on paper that I think deserves to be saved and soaked, it goes in that box. And so let's get into it. Now, I have seen in the past some videos on soaking stamps. Doesn't seem to be rocket science here. I'm gonna get some kind of pan or a bowl or something, a tray, fill it with water. I've seen people put a drop or two of dish soap in there, which they say helps clean the stamps, I believe. So I might do that as well, probably 2 drops of Dawn or something like that, and we're going to soak them, and then we're going to put them in my, I think it's called Desert Drying Book. I got to figure out where that thing is. I know I have it somewhere. So, I don't know how many stamps will fit in that book, probably quite a bit actually, but this will be kind of an experiment for me, and it's funny because I'm definitely late bloomer here with this soaking stuff. I mean, I've been collecting stamps for several years now and gone super hard into this hobby for a while, even though I guess I would say, been slacking off lately. I've never, to this day, bothered to soak a stamp. So, we're gonna see how it goes for me. I want to give it a shot without. I could easily hop on the internet right now and start watching videos on how to do it. But I think I want to, for whatever reason, just try to do it off of memory from the stuff that I have seen, and let's just see how easy it is. If I find myself hitting some sort of brick wall, then I'll watch some stuff to learn exactly how I'm supposed to do this. But so far, it seems like what we're going to do is put them in some soapy water, soak them off, and then put them in a drying book. Seems pretty simple. So let's give it a shot and see how it goes. Okie dokie. So while I'm heating up some water in the kettle for the obligatory cup of tea, I've got my container here filled with a little bit of soapy water. I tried to do 2 drops, but it kind of poured out of my bottle, so I don't really know how many drops I got in there. Maybe 3 or more, but whatever. Here is my tray. I'm not going to tilt it so you can see, but whoa, gentle. It's a little more than halfway full, and this is a pretty big container. Hey, tea time. So, what's in here? Just a bag to start. There really is a lot of stuff in here. That I know for sure. So, just to speak out loud, move my light. I do know that, maybe a self-adhesive will slip in here or something like that. That could be, actually. I didn't think about that so much. Yeah, I definitely didn't. I never put any self-adhesives in a separate thing. So, I didn't think about that until this very moment. I guess that some are going to be able to soak off, and some are going to be self-adhesive, and they're not going to come off. In which case, I'll just let them dry and have to put heptane on them is what I use. So, I know some of you guys don't like heptane, whatever. That's what I like to use. So, we'll just see how many of these are going to come off or not. There's a stack of different stuff. Like, what's even the point of some of these I already know are self-adhesive. I might as well not put those in. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's a self-adhesive. I'm not 100% sure though. Ooh, there is going to be plenty of self-adhesives in here. I don't think those are self-adhesive. Darn it, sorry guys, this is a kind of unexpected. So yeah, I mean, self-adhesive stamps, if you don't know out there, if you're new to stamp collecting, I mean, they just use a different kind of gum where you don't have to lick it and stick it. It's not water activated. It just is self-adhesive. It sticks right on there. So older stamps, ew, that one's actually garbage. I don't know why I'd even save that. The sides have been snipped off, and the perfs, that's garbage. There's another one that I'm not really sure if it's self-adhesive, so whatever. By the way, just about guarantee that is. What was I going to say? Oh, so I used lukewarm water, okay? I don't know if you're supposed to use hot, cold, lukewarm, whatever. I don't really know. Nope, that's my phone. I'm pretty sure most of these are self-adhesive here in this. Darn it. This is, of course, baloney here. All of these are self-adhesive. How do I know they're self-adhesive? Well, just because they're so recent, and ooh, that one's been cut as well. Why would I even keep that stamp? Why even keep that stamp at all? This one, I really think it's self-adhesive, but I don't know for sure. Let's just see what happens. I think that maybe some self-adhesives will come off, depending on what paper they're on. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Oh, what the heck, what's it matter? None of these are valuable, so, the fact that I'm, like, playing with this in a way, those are self-adhesive. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me get. What was I thinking about? Yeah. So if any of these, like, I'm not afraid of damaging any of these. To be honest, I don't plan to, but I'm not worried about it. Also, how do you know if they're self-adhesive? Right. So, like, by how recent they are, and you can tell on some of these. I don't know what that stuff is. That they have, they're not like old school perforations, okay? I mean, these are like die cut, right? These are just different perfs. Now, I'm sure I'm going to start digging through here. There should be quite a bit of stuff in here. Ooh, I love that. I know that that's self-adhesive. I love that stamp so much. I don't know if I can find one that is kind of old school perf. So, like these two. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. So, classic perforation holes, right? These were punched out. Well, you can tell these perfs are kind of more jagged. They're different style, right? Kind of higher jagged peaks compared to the circular hole punch out there. Like this one, in fact, you can tell this flag stamp definitely. Those look like die cut perfs. So, like, both of these I would expect are self-adhesive, but I think a lot of these will come off. So, this is I do like that I'm actually getting into this, because I really have been building this box for quite a while, even though I know a lot of these are self-adhesive. I didn't think about that, sorry. I think those will come off. So there should be actually a fair bit of cool stuff in here. At least that's what I'm thinking. And I like trying new things. I don't always do that, but today we're going to try new stuff. Let's see if this will come off. I expect all these flag stamps probably won't come off, but the lower ones, this sound recording stamp, probably will. So what the heck? Let's give it a shot. James Webb Telescope. That is such a cool thing. I'm pretty sure that's a recent stamp, self-adhesive. Osiris Rex. That looks like self-adhesive. Yogi Berra, this one I almost, with the slogan cancel and that cool postmark. Ooh, see that? I might want to keep just as is. Ooh. Let me set that aside. Some air balloons. Oh, these should soak off. That's cool. Look at this one just curling right off already. Piece of cake. Get in there. That looks like a serpentine die cut. Okay, these look like they can be soaked off. What are these? British Antarctic Territory? Wales, wow. Those are pretty. Wow, those are nice. Well, okay, what is this? I have a whole freaking cover in here. Why? To soak or not to soak? Yeah, I think I'll soak these. The actual postmarks on most of these, kind of the only ones that would be missing, some of it would be this and this, but this is a really recent cover. I'm not sure how much I really care about it. Careful. Don't cut the stamps. I'm going to bother to snip these off because I just don't want this gigantic thing in my tub here. Okay. It's funny, it seems so wrong to have a big tub of water on my desk where I work on stamps, but that's okay. This is part of the process here. Okay, I think those will come off. Okay, well, the T-Rex stamp is definitely... Oh! Oops! Okay, well those are gonna get soaked. That's a whole letter. I don't know why I put that in there, but whatever. Some of those are self-adhesive. What the heck, huh? What's the matter? Let's give it a shot. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna put these in here. Okay, these all look self-adhesive. That one's almost a shame. You would lose the pretty snow globe. Ooh, well, it's a self-adhesive, and I really like the snow globe. I don't want to lose that snow globe. It's all about the snow globes, you guys. Look, another one. Oh, this one has a snowman. These are cool, and it's self-adhesive anyway. These I know for sure self-adhesive. Actually, this specific one, I believe that I sent this to... This is actually stamps that I sent in the mail. I sent this to, I think, my grandma, probably a Christmas card, and she saves the stamps and gives them to me. Excuse me. Sometimes, so it was weird to get this back, but yeah, these, I have a whole sheet of these I've been trying to use up. And they're actually imperforate in between. When I first got this sheet of Christmas stamps, I thought it was an error. So novice Kyle was like, "Oh my God, one of the first sheets I ever got. Look, they didn't perforate it. It's imperforate. They messed up. It's a production error." I was all jumping up and down about it, and then it turns out, nope. On the sheet, some are not perforated intentionally. So when I pull them off, it takes two off, so kind of a waste of a stamp. Now, this actually brings something to mind. What do you guys think? Now, if I were to just take a pair of scissors and cut these in between, could I have used them individually? Probably. I don't know if the post office would catch on to that and say, "Wait a minute, he cut these. You know, they're supposed to be two." I highly doubt it, and still to this day I wonder about that. Whenever I don't bother to cut them, obviously, but I do think about that. I'm like, I could just take a pair of scissors, snip them right down the middle, and just use each one at a time. But since they come off as a pair and that's how they were made, I use them like that. Anyway, just a side note. So, oh cool, wow, look, a Global Forever stamp. I almost never get to see these. This looks unused. That's definitely a self-adhesive. I like the Global Forevers. Finland, that's cool. And look at this weird little... So I'm getting sidetracked here. This is about soaking them, isn't it? Anyways. Oh, darn it, those are self-adhesive. That's a waste. Whatever. What is this little cross, right? That is crazy. What is that? Probably self-adhesive. Whatever. Canada. A bunch of Canada there. Okay. Royal Mail. I put this in here. Okay, well, I'm not perfect, I guess. This obviously self-adhesive, and this is like printed postage. Yeah, kind of anything. I guess sometimes I do get lazy and I'm just like, whatever, I don't know what to do with it, don't want to think about it, just throw it in the box. Well, I mean, these are both damaged, so I'm not sure why I would even bother, honestly. I think I'm just going to dump those. Why save crap stamps? Okay, those ones look good. Yeah, just once again, I mean, this is just what I'm looking at. I mean, you can tell, look at the perforations. Like, these are not normal perfs, old school perfs. Those are die cut. So a lot of these are actually self-adhesive. This one is actually a fairly recent issue. So let's see what we got here. Republique Française. Well, what is this wacky cancel? It's like a giant QR bar. Weird. Those should soak off. Yeah, you know, by the way, this just reminds me, sometimes I had some guy comment, likes my videos, but you cough and you smack your lips and, stuff like that. I'm like, I don't give a crap about that. Sorry, if whoever you are that said that, hear this, too bad, man. Sometimes I clear my throat. Sometimes I cough. Like, I can't believe how nitpicky people are. I'm not making videos, Oh, wait, this, I think that these are self-adhesive. This might not be, though. So I'm going to cut that off. Yeah, I don't stress about that stuff, guys. Sorry if I cough or sneeze or, smack my lips or something, but try not to be so freaking overly sensitive. Jesus. I'm not going to edit out every cough or something like that. Anyways, some of these I think are self-adhesive, maybe. Let's give it a shot. Lietuva. I can't remember. Is that Lithuania? Or no, I don't know. I can look it up. I just can't remember. So we're going to soak a fair bit here. Look at this. There's so much stuff in this box. I've really been packing it on paper. What do we got in here? Okay, well, this old Washington is definitely lick and stick. Those are self-adhesive. Christmas stamp from wherever. The perfs are damaged. And it's a common stamp, so I'm going to dump it. I don't know, whatever. Let's just throw them in there. Have some fun. Who cares? So, I don't want this to be a tedious thing. It should be easy. Okay, I am just dying to get my tea going, so give me a sec. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. So, tea? Anyone? Yes. Oh yeah, the guy didn't like that I slurped my tea either. Whatever, dude. So, you can already tell. I threw in this last one here. Look at it, just peeling right off like nothing. Look at it, it's already loose. How cool is that? So this works. Now, something I can't remember without looking this up is how long to soak. Something rings a bell of like 20 minutes, or some people maybe soak them for longer. I don't think it really matters. honestly, I feel like if I were to soak them for an hour, it wouldn't really matter. That's kind of how I feel about it. But we're going to give this a little bit of time, so we're going to let these soak. Now, to let's see here. Check out the drying book. I found it. Luckily, it was just right there on the shelf. That was cool. So let's see what this is about here. It says Desert Magic Drying Book uses a special release paper that Vidiforms has discovered is ideal for stamp drying procedures. The Desert Magic system is a truly novel concept and extremely effective. Excuse me. The special paper does not allow stamps to stick to its release surface and can be used over and over again without loss of function. Well, that's great. All known stamp gums are rejected. Oh, cool. Stamp soaking and drying becomes more of a rewarding pastime than a messy chore. Newspapers, phone books, towels, plastic interleaving are no longer required. That's what people used to use, huh? Newspapers, phone books, towels, and plastic interleaving. Interesting. Okay, so here is the recommended procedure. It says submerge stamps in clean water. Oh, wow, it tells me how to soak. If you soak 1 or 2 layers of stamps at a time, they should float free or lift off without resistance in 15 minutes. How about that? Remove stamps. This is the second step, preferably with stamp tongs, and give them a drop removing shake. Okay. Then place stamps face up on the glossy side of the release paper. Glossy side of the release paper. Oh, I see. So there's our glossy side. Place them face up on the glossy side. Alright, so then that means that the gum side goes against the gloss, in other words. Start with the last page and work forward. Huh. Interesting. So start at the back of the book. Huh. That makes sense because you got to turn the pages. Smart. Close the book. Sorry. Close the book and the stamps will be ready for removal in just a few hours. Jeez, that's a while, but okay. Quick drying time is another feature of the Desert Magic. Even stamps with a lot of gum residue will pop off like magic. The blotting paper is selected for its high absorbency and tight weave. Eventual waviness is a natural property of blotting paper after wetting and drying, but this does not reduce its effective action, so this will get wavy. Advice on sorting stamps for soaking and keeping is available from your dealer, or write to us for further suggestions. Dry a page full or a book full. The Desert Magic Drying Book is the most advanced way. It's a Showguard hobby product made in the good old USA. One of the few things made in the US still happens. Okay, so we're going to start at the back, and we'll put them face up on the glossy paper. What I'm wondering is if this very back page can be used, considered glossy. I'd say probably not. I do see little bits of dust. Now, I did buy this book years ago in anticipation that I'd be like soaking stamps all the time, which of course I haven't. So there's a little bit of dust on here. I don't think it's a huge deal, but okay, so we'll start at the back. Well, since there are some that are already peeling off, what's the point of waiting 15 minutes for those? Let me just kind of mess around with those while I can. Okay, so first one, give it a little shake. United Nations, a 50-year anniversary or celebration, or commemorative stamp, let's say, 1945 to 1995. Now, in the videos that I saw, they try to make them all neat and stuff when they put them on there. I don't think it's a big deal, but cool. Okay, let me browse around in here and see if I can find. Yeah, this way you guys can actually see me fishing. Fishing for stamps. That's a new hobby right there. I think Exploring Stamps did a video on this. Ooh, look at that one. It's coming off. And, it's like, there's like, some of them, I can't remember if it was him or another video, but some of the stamps, they won't just peel off and float up like the book says here. You kind of got to help them a little, but you don't want to disturb the gum. So if being extremely gentle, see, that one came off. You should be able to get some of them off. Give it an obligatory shake here. And we'll line this up, put it down. So far, so good. Any others? Yep, this one maybe. Yep, butterfly stamp. This is kind of fun. I am kind of curious about how to do it the old way with newspapers and stuff like that. See, this is now garbage. This is now just a piece of paper. Get that out of here. Oop. Yeah, those licking sticks, man, they just come right off. Look at that. Nice little snowdrop stamp. I guess that's some kind of flower called a snowdrop. Let's see what else we can get in here. Okay, this Christmas stamp came off. Yeah, I do like this. Some of these are coming off so fast. Christmas stamp. That one came right off. Dental Health. 1959. I don't even, let me talk with my vaporizer in my mouth. You can't even understand me, right? So, yeah, I don't even think I'm really going to, edit this video heavily. This is my one day off. I'm trying to chill out. Oh, in case anybody's wondering, what's going on in my life. So, I got that job at the Honda dealer. Figure I'll just chat while we're taking these out. And it was pure hell. My God, I hated that job so much. Oh, working like a slave. And not making the money that I needed. And it was tough, too. I was so unhappy. I did it for a month, pretty much. I think about a month. Including the training, which was a week. And, yeah, the guy that hired me turned out, he just, flipping a switch, became a total prick. I don't know what the hell his problem was, but he was all nice and smiles and all that during the interview process, and then during training and stuff, he just sort of became a major dickhead. And I started talking to the other guys on the floor, and they were like, yeah, he's like the worst. A total asshole. I was like, wow, okay. And started to believe it. I don't know what his problem is, but okay. Anyways, finally got on the floor after training, and the dealer is pretty much what everybody always warns you about. They are ravenously trying to sell you every single freaking thing that they can possibly get over on you with. The techs that were in my team, it was literally just like, hey, recommend like 100 things. Just recommend 20 things, and if something sticks, great, because the techs make money by doing the work, and the service advisors, they get commission for everything that you accept to be done. So basically, I check out a car, I make a whole buttload of recommendations, and I'm guilty of it because I was trying to make a living. I mean, I'm trying to pay my bills, it's the situation I'm in at the dealer. It's like I need to upsell, and then it's up to the service advisor to actually sell it to the customer. So, they basically recommend a million things to you, all the extra crap that you don't need and all that stuff. Probably, and some things that you do. They really are. It's about money, man. They're trying to sell you stuff. Everybody, all the people working make money by you accepting, to get things done. So, the more they sell, the more they make. And I found myself trying to just upsell and recommend everything that I possibly could, in the hopes the customer, or that the advisor would be able to sell it to the customer, and the customer would approve everything. Because as as a tech, I get a work order, and it says, they do a general check over on pretty much any car unless you decline it, and that's on purpose to try and sell you stuff. So like, free general check over, and then I recommend 10 things to you, and the service advisor sells what he can, and it's my car. Like when they give me a work order, it's mine. So if I recommend 20 things and all 20 things get approved, I get the work, not some other tech. I get it. So it's like how well you can, how good you are at checking cars out and recommending things and selling, and then the service advisor has to sell them. It just means money in your pocket. So, if you're ever wondering if the stories are true at the dealership, if they try to gut you and get you for everything that they can, absolutely. Holy crap. After having that experience and actually working at the dealership, it just solidifies in my mind, just what a ripoff they really can be. It's the truth. It really is, unfortunately. Now, some things you actually have to go to the dealer for. Like, you just need to go there. I did several software updates at the dealership, and that's stuff at my old shop that we couldn't do, and we used to have to recommend they go to the dealer. And that was right. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, they truly do need to go to the dealer to get those software updates. That's a real thing, and it was kind of cool to actually be on the other side, instead of being an independent and being at the dealer and doing the updates. It's cool to see how it all happens. Really, you just plug in a computer and press some buttons and you update the software. It's not particularly difficult, that was my experience. Was horrible. It was just, they pay you peanuts. Warranty jobs, recall jobs, they don't pay much. They suck. They take a long time. So I ended up quitting and moving to a different shop. So, what else is there to say? They hired me at the Honda dealer and put me in a dead bay. My lift was dead. And I thought that was the dumbest thing ever. My father was pissed when he heard that. He's like, "You should quit right now." I said, "Well, let me give it a couple of weeks and try and just see how things go." I had to use a lift across the shop, but it really did end up being just such a ridiculous nightmare, especially for a commission tech. As a commission tech, you need to be fast. And every time that I needed a socket or a wrench or a screwdriver that I couldn't fit on my cart, I had to walk across the freaking shop. It's a big old dealership. That really slowed me down. It was really annoying. I actually did so much walking and got blisters, which made it even worse. That was all just a really painful experience, and I don't ever plan on working at a dealership again. That's some baloney. And I surely don't trust them. I trust them probably even less than I already did. I used to call them the stealership, because they try to steal your money, and that's for real. And they cut corners. They work hard and fast because they're commission techs. And they just don't care about your car. And yeah, I mean, if you want like a job that's done well with care and attention, don't go to the dealer. Don't go to the dealer. Only go to the dealer if you absolutely have to, Yeah. For a recall or something like that. Otherwise, just find a good independent shop, So anyways, yeah, I moved on, went to a different shop, and I'm working with my secretary from my other shop that we closed. And the good thing is I'm making more money than I've ever made at this shop, but I'm working longer hours than I've ever worked. I'm actually making less per hour, but I'm working now 56 hours a week, and it's long, hard days in the heat and humidity and crap. It isn't a joyful thing, but whatever, we just got to tough it out. I want the money, and everybody speaks Spanish. I'm the only guy that speaks English there, so that's honestly a little bit annoying. Most of them seem like nice people, but yeah, I can't communicate with them, so that's a little difficult and somewhat frustrating. I don't know if it's going to be a deal breaker just yet. I mean, I just finished my 3rd week, so I'm creeping up on a month at being there now, and it seems bearable, but I mean, yeah, I would totally much prefer if I could communicate with people. It seems like a pretty basic thing. I knew what I was getting into. I mean, the place is whatever. I'm obviously, I probably won't monetize this video. It's a shithole, so I'll say it out loud. It's a dump. Things are dirty. The equipment's garbage. Blah blah blah. There's an awful lot that bothers me, but like I said, it pays what I need. So life goes on. So anyway, that's what I'm doing now. That's why I don't even intend on making a video every weekend. I wasn't even gonna today. I was really like, should I not? I don't know, but I figured why not. I am curious about this. I kind of want to do this soaking stuff. So yeah, that's why. I mean, I get 1 day off a week, and that's every week. So I have to do all my chores. I have to cook and clean, and laundry and all that crap on my 1 day off, and my life has changed so much. I just don't have the time that I used to really get into this, and without having the time, it kind of saps my desire too. I mean, I have such little free time to relax and enjoy life that I don't want to spend it working hard on stamps and studying and all that. I did it all for fun when I had more free time before, but now I don't. So yeah, life has changed for me, and I just wanted to put all that out there. I mean, that's my situation. So if I go 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, whatever it is, without making a video, maybe you guys would understand. Yeah, my life has changed. But like I've said in the past, I have no intentions of stopping this channel or stopping making videos or anything like that. It's just about whether or not I feel like it, whether I have the gusto to bother to make a video on my 1 day off, And, some days I want to like go walk in the park instead of sit here and make a stamp video, and it's my choice, my life. So anyways, that's the reality here of what's going on with me. So I have this pretty little page, which I already love, and those stamps just came right off like a dream. That was real easy. So page 1 done. So this will now soak the juice off of those bad boys. And yeah, I don't think that I'm going to record this whole thing. I don't know. Oh my god, that is so good. Oh man. I think it would be a super long video. There's actually quite a bit of stamps in here. So I think I'll pause the video, and when I have like some pages filled out, Ooh, those came off. Then I'll come back in and, oops, that's the wrong. Put it on the glossy. Okay, whew. We'll see how the pages look. And then I guess I'll have to just kind of pause on this whole video for a little while here and let it dry for a few hours. The one thing that to mention that I do like about this book is that the stamps should come out pretty straight and crisp and stuff like that. And I think that brings me to another thought, actually, that I think that ooh, a lot of these are coming off. Well, I'll keep going for now. What was I thinking? Oh, if I were to put something heavy like a dictionary or a thick, heavy book or something on top, that should help press them flat as well. I'm not sure that's 100% necessary. These are really just coming off. This is really nice. This is easy. I wonder, so yeah, anyway, I might put something on here to press them down. But anyway, I'm wondering, what I'm going to do with these. What to do with them, even. I haven't even gotten that far. First, my thoughts are like, hey, just soak them off. But yeah, what to do with them afterwards. I didn't have a plan yet. Anyways, and oh yeah, another thought. I do wonder how much the soap helps. I mean, they said that it was to clean them. I mean, okay, but is it really cleaning them? I don't know. Ooh, okay, so just got this big old thing. Check this out. Ooh, get that out of here. Try to move this without making a huge mess. This is fun. I actually like this. There's something, dare I say, therapeutic or relaxing about this. This is nice. I have a buttload of on-paper stamps too. I mean, this is enough in that box for many sessions of this. The water is becoming yellow. Maybe it really is cleaning the stamps. So like I just took this big vertical pair off of this paper piece, and these other ones remain. And that's more than likely because they are self-adhesive. This one I don't think is, but this one looks self-adhesive, this flag. I'm wondering if I just gently persuade this guy. I can get him off, yeah. But the gum stayed on the paper. That brings to note brings to mind another thing that I remember people mentioning, or that I saw in some videos. They got into how to get the gum off. They might have had like a paper towel or something. I'm wondering if... Yeah, see, I think I'm ruining this stamp by even touching it. Either I'm taking the gum or I'm creating a thin. I can't tell. This is all experimental for me because it's new. I think I'm literally ruining this stamp every time I touch it. So I'm going to stop. But that was this is just part of the learning experience for me. And like I said, none of these are a big deal. Not worried about it. No stress. All for fun, right? Yeah, I think I'll get a towel, some sort of hand towel, and lay it down on my desk so that the ones that are clearly self-adhesive that aren't going to come off, I can just throw them on the towel, let them dry, so that later on I can screw around getting them off with some heptane. Heptane always does work like a charm with self-adhesives. I soaked this off, but it's damaged. Do you guys see that? I don't even know if I want to keep it. Ugh, bummer. It's ripped. Super common Christmas stamp too. What's the point? Why? I don't even care. I'm not gonna save damaged junk. Like, why? Why bother? This one looks good. Yeah, I actually really do like this. This is fun. I didn't know, that the desert drying book was a newer thing. I kind of felt like it, for some reason I thought it had been around for a long time. But I guess not. I guess it's fairly new. Oh. Come here. Okay, well. Get these old pieces of paper out of here. And there it is. That red stamp came free. Airmail. Oh yeah, by the way, on my last video, I was mentioning, B-rate, C-rate stamps, and if those can be used. And somebody did actually comment and say, yes, they can. They have a certain postal value, and you can use them. So thank you for that information. That was good to know. I was curious about that. Ooh, these came loose. Okay. Their perfs are separated. I really do kind of need to give them a shake. That's good advice, to get the excess water. Liberty under law stamps. So this is now garbage. So yeah, anyway, I think I'll pause the video at this point. We'll see. I'll fill out this page, bring you back in. Alright, so I've probably been going for 20 minutes. I've done several pages, just kind of gotten a groove. Now, I do want to mention, some of them just simply don't want to come off. Even if you know, like this one, that it is water-activated gum, like, I can't get this dang thing to just float off of the paper. Several of them have been like that for me. I have seen it in the videos from the past. Sometimes you need a little extra persuasion. And so, if you have a little, like this one, the corner of the paper kind of sticks out, maybe you can give it a pinch and start peeling. That's actually worked great with this one. Some of them I've had to use the very tip of my tongs and get them under the stamp. And you have to be very careful. They're very delicate at this point, being wet. But you can slide your tongs under and free them, right? So there you go. That was nice. So excuse me. I will say at this point, I am responsible for damaging, well, that one stamp I think that I was rubbing, I think I damaged it. So lesson learned. And then this, let's see, I damaged one other stamp. I just straight up damaged. 100% my fault. Some Canadian stamp, I'll show you. I ripped the paper a little bit, and it's just because this is new to me, and I didn't take into enough. I didn't give enough consideration to exactly how soft and delicate the stamps will become when you soak them. I mean, you really need to be careful. Otherwise, you're just going to screw them up. So, yeah, a couple of tips. Yeah, I mean, they are already like delicate things to begin with, right? But yeah, when you soak them in water, they become even more delicate. Some of them, it was like like the Canadian stamp I damaged was kind of just, well, I'll show you. Well, whatever, I'll show you later. It was kind of like mush. It just like my tongs went right through it. I was like, ew, whoops, jeez. So you really do kind of have to be careful. Now, also, actually, while I'm on this page, this is the stamp I was about to mention. This George Morrison stamp, quite a curl to it. That'll go away once I close the page. This is actually the only self-adhesive so far, I think, that I was able to get off. Now, I did have to use my tongs, and I slid it under the stamp and took it off. But look on the back. A big, nasty chunk of the self-adhesive stayed in the middle, and I tried kind of picking it off with my fingers. It didn't really want to. I tried scraping it a little with the tongs, being delicate because I'm afraid I'll damage it. Didn't really fix it, or didn't really get it off. So I decided to leave it, as ugly as that is. But this is a kind of stamp that should have been removed with heptane. There's some other method to get the self-adhesive off, but I was able to get it off, and so soaking it did help get the stamp off. But then I had issues with the gum, as you could see. So, yeah, kind of iffy with the self-adhesives. I really do think a lot of it will come down to what paper was the self-adhesive put on. And I have this one here because I wanted to show you. Oh, there you go. I bent a perf. Darn it. Sorry for the beeping. There's like kids playing some kind of beeping game outside. I'm not even going to kid you. It's driving me freaking nuts. They started it yesterday, and it was for like hours and hours. And here we are. It's like 9 a.m. or something. Here we go again. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, my God. Just kill me. Holy crap. That's so annoying. Anyways, this self-adhesive, sorry. It really is annoying. It totally bothers me. Like, this stupid beeping noise outside of my freaking window. This self-adhesive here, like, I have some faith that I might be able to get it off, just like that other one, because it started to peel, and maybe that's because of the paper that it was put on. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to give it a shot. What in the heck? There's another stamp behind it. What? What's going on? Oh, okay. Well, that explains that one. I had a feeling, it felt like it wanted to come off. Why? Why was that like that? I'm not sure. But, so now this one has paper from the back of this self-adhesive on it. So, let me give it another dip. Oh! It just came right off. Wow. Floated to the bottom. So that actually worked really well. Kind of unexpected, that one. That was weird. Anyways, so not exactly what I was trying to show you guys, but let's just keep messing around. What is it anyway? Some 32-cent angel or something. Let me see. No. See, I think I think I just damaged the stamp trying to take the paper off. So, unless the self-adhesive miraculously just wants to come off, I would say just leave it alone. Don't even try to get it off. Yeah, the more that I do this, the more it becomes, very clear to me that if it's like it shouldn't be hard. Like, it shouldn't really take any serious effort whatsoever. It should be, if the stamp for the most part doesn't just simply come off, don't force it. Don't force it. Just accept that you're gonna have to do it some other way. So, anyways, just a couple of thoughts that I've had. I've only got maybe I think 2 more pages I can fill out. So I might have put more stamps in this tub than I can even fit in this book at one time. In which case, I don't know, maybe I'll just leave them in the tub until I'm able to take those stamps out of this book, and then I'll just put them in. But yeah, this is going well. I'm cruising through, but looking at what's left in the tub, I really do think that I'm just going to run out of book. In which case, I mean, heck, you could always just buy multiples of these books. I mean, they weren't that expensive, I don't think. I mean, I can't remember what this was. I know I got this from Mystic. Was it $10, $8, or something? I mean, I don't think it was 15 or 20. I can't remember. It could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, I really feel like, and maybe there's even bigger ones. Maybe you get like, I bet you that there are big books for people that soak a lot of stamps, you know? Maybe you get one that's like 3 or 4 times the size of this thing, and then you can just soak to your heart's content. That'd be my guess. I don't know if those are out there. If they are, let me know in the comments section below if there are just like max size books that you can get to do this. Otherwise, I suppose maybe the old-fashioned methods with newspaper and whatnot would be just as appropriate for doing large amounts of this. But yeah, the size of this book, I do feel like it limits you somewhat. But I don't know anybody who would be, so voraciously trying to soak, immense numbers of stamps at once. I mean, what's the big deal? Just kind of chill out and wait a few hours, take them out of the book, reuse it, since it's infinitely reusable. Anywho, let me continue on. I'm going to fill out this book. I'm going to let them dry, and then I'll bring you back and we'll take a look at the stamps that I got out, what they look like, how they are after they've dried. Let's see how they look. Okay, so it's been 3 hours. I actually set the tub of water on the book to try and flatten out the stamps, hopefully. So let's see what happened here. Alright. That one's sticking. Not just barely. Wow. Well, darn. My God, they look great. Ooh, as I'm looking at it, I see on the side here some sticking out over here. I don't know how that happened. It's a little weird. But so anyways, these all really look great. Now, it's been 3 hours. Are they dry? I'd say so. That actually feels pretty good. Yeah. Wow. Holy moly. This worked really well. Let's just start taking them off. They promised nothing would stick. They said nothing would stick. So, better not have any issues. Whatever this magical paper is here. They're so flat, it's almost like it's hard to get it off. That one, well, some of these clearly don't stick at all. Maybe if I give slight bend, because it was so flat, if I try to stick the tongs under it, I'm going to bend to perf. Ooh, that worked really well. Wow, this is, I gotta say, a success, it would seem. Boy, these are pretty. These flag stamps here are all actually, ooh, you guys can't even see the whole book. They're self-adhesives. So, for whatever reason, those self-adhesive flag stamps sure did not have an issue coming off of the paper. So, of whatever paper envelope they were on. And so I figured out what the heck, let me peel them off, stick them in the book here. The worry is that they would adhere to the book, which honestly they kind of have. I can tell. These are, that didn't work very well. Still self-adhesive, as you can tell, so the gum still did stick to this paper a bit. Kind of curled it when I took it off. Didn't really damage it, but the perfect flatness part of it is all gone. Yeah, a little bit of gum remains on these self-adhesive stamps. Don't really like that. It really does seem like self-adhesive stamps just kind of need... Try my other tongs. need to stay out of this book. It's just not meant for it. Yeah, I mean, the self-adhesives, they come off, it's not horrible, but they're totally sticking to the page. So in order for me to get this off, I have to kind of bend it. I don't really care for these forever stamps so much anyways, but, you know, it's not ideal. Okay, well, hopefully these ones will just come right off. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this still has a little bit of gum on the back of these. These are not self-adhesive as far as I know. You guys can probably see the shine, kind of circle splotches of gum remaining on that one. That's a pretty strip right there. So yeah, these self-adhesive stamps, gosh darn it. I wish that they weren't so sticky. Too sticky here. Well, I mean, it still works. But yeah, I'm not really liking that. Ugh. You just have to be, like, if this was a valuable stamp, I would have to be so careful. Oh, okay. Wow, that sucks. So it pulled some of my freaking paper up. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, let me get the rest of these stamps off. So that somewhat ruined this page. So that totally sucks. Learn from my mistakes, guys. Do not put self-adhesive stamps in this book. That is pretty much the long and short of it. Everything else came right off. Darn it. You see that? It pulled up the paper on the glossy side of the page. It ruined this page. I don't want to have to buy another one of these books. It's not like I'll soak stamps all the time, but that totally sucks. That definitely sucks. Bummer, man. What the heck? I did not expect that. Bah, humbug. It sucks. Okay, well, look at, here's another one. Lord in heaven, don't ruin the page. I will buy another one of these books if I feel like it, but really would rather not. Well, that one came off. Ugh, scary. Okay, so yeah, man, the other ones just come right off. Darn it. Well, you know, obviously this isn't for self-adhesive stamps, but they say right at the front that, like, what did it say? Like, nothing will stick to this. Let's see here. The special paper does not allow stamps to stick to its release surface and can be used over and over again without the loss of function. It says all known stamp gums are rejected. Well, okay. That's false advertising right there. All known stamp gums. What about self-adhesive? I mean, how many different stamp gums are there? That's crazy. I don't think that I peeled it off wrong. I mean, you just have to peel it off. Whatever, man. Obviously, I'm not quite happy about it ruining this book. This book was perfect. And based on what they said there, I didn't think I would have issues like that. So that's surprising and sad. Sorry, by the way, for some, if you hear the noise in the background, I got my oven going full blast and my washing machine. I'm trying to clean my oven, and I saw this kind of life hack thing where you put a oven-safe bowl with a sliced up lemon in it, and you cook it for, half hour. And the boiling, steaming water is supposed to... Whoa, battery died. Don't know where it cut me off, but yeah, steam cleaning the oven with lemon water. We'll see what happens. Or I will. If it's anything like the video I saw, you literally just wipe it clean. Lemons are pretty amazing. I usually, I like lemon water, but I usually have lime water. Although lemons, I think, are a little less tart than lime. lemons are not naturally occurring. We actually make lemons. Like, well, whatever, we had to breed them. Let's say limes are what come from nature. Okay, yeah, I mean, all these other ones. Okay, shucks, man. When I shut the page, it must have been the perf's over. Dang it, this one, so there we go again. Just keep your self-adhesives out of here. I mean, what a failure. Nasty splotch on the back, and I screwed up the stamp. Darn it. Well, no big deal, but, you know, the plan is not to screw things up, so I failed in that respect. And the adhesive is still quite sticky, so at least it didn't ruin the page. Well, I'm going to lay all these out, and we'll get to see everything that I got out of this. So far, I mean, you know, seems like it worked pretty well. Some of these are, they're coming off a little tricky to get out of here. Like this one is just, it's even bending with the paper. It's like it's really adhered to it. You guys can't even see this Canada block here. Trying to get that off. Oh cool, the bottom corner lifted, so that's a start. Maybe if I just gently run my tongs. Maybe it was too much putting this heavy container of water on there. Maybe that was overkill, and that could be part of why these are sticking to the page like this. These do feel like they're coming off fairly easily, but I'm just being very gentle and patient. I just felt like you're supposed to put something on it if you want them to be nice and flat. Like, I mean, these really did turn out nice and flat. I mean, they look crisp and nice and clean. You know, would they have been like that? And these still have adhesive on there too, actually. Some gum. But would these have been, like, would they look this good to my naked eye, at least in front of me, if I didn't press them, you know, to make them flat? I kind of feel like it's just something you should do, but I guess I'll have to do a run where, actually, maybe the remaining stamps in that tub, I won't press them, and I want to see how they turn out in comparison to these ones. I can only imagine that, you know, I just, like, what's the point of soaking some stuff off if they're going to have wrinkles or, you know, be uneven, that kind of stuff. I guess I could always, later on, just, you know, press them somehow or something, but I just kind of wanted to do all that at once here in this. Yeah, some of these clearly have some gum left. Ooh, this one didn't stick at all. I thought it was actually a self-adhesive, this little guy. Yet, no problems coming off with that. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's really any gum left. Nope, doesn't feel like it. A wacky little stamp right there. My tongs are actually kind of sticky from earlier. I do want to mention also, I found myself getting scared using these fine tip tongs when I was positioning the stamps and taking them off the paper pieces and stuff. Maybe spade tips or round tips would be just a little bit safer, because like I was saying, the stamps get so soft and gushy when they're actually soaking wet that this is kind of scary having such pointy tip tongs. I just felt safer using my spade tip, but to each their own, I assume. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I mean, okay, there we go. Yeah, bending the page seems to be the way to get these going here. And slowly and gently they do seem to pop off, so. Yeah, I guess if I couldn't bend the paper and get a corner to kind of pop up, I would just have to use my tongs and just go for it and wish for the best. There we go. Come loose, pal. You know, I thought about it before I started making this video that I could easily go and watch all of the stuff that's already been released out there. There's plenty of videos on soaking stamps. and kind of pick up all the tips and tricks. And then I thought, nah, let me just try and do it. You know, it seemed more fun to me in my mind, like the 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 experiment. You know, the journey, learning through trial and error, which is sort of unnecessary, but it just seemed more appealing to me this morning. So, okay, what the heck? Let's just try to do it. We'll just see what happens here. Instead of being studied and learned about it all, let's just go for it. What the heck, huh? This is very unusual for me, too, to start a video and then put it down and pick it up hours later. It feels weird. I'm not used to doing that. Usually I just do it all in one big shot. Oh yeah, but somebody mentioned that Graham Beck stopped making videos. I didn't even realize that. I'm a little surprised, but I mean, heck, the guy's doing it for quite a while. Put a lot of effort into it, obviously, and I don't blame him if he wants to kind of back off and take a break. Exploring Stamps was a great channel. I don't know if he'll continue making videos or if he completely stopped, but I popped on his channel earlier just to see if that was for real, and yeah, I guess I didn't even notice, but he did his a video of his last kind of mail day video, and he did have something on his community tab about how he's getting rid of his P.O. box at the post office, so I don't know. Kind of does seem like he called it quits, but we'll see with time, I suppose. Yeah, most of these do come off pretty well, so I'm not having a hard time with most of these. There we go. Hey, that one just simply came right off. I do like the book. I'm still kind of fuming over ruining that one page there, but oh well, it's just one spot. I'll just have to try to avoid using that spot. Ooh. Yeah, man, a lot of these look great. This is cool. I can totally see myself doing more of this. I'm not against this whatsoever. You know, it's relaxing and it takes a little time, but it's not hard to do. And this is obviously just fantastic for getting your stamps off paper. If you don't want them on paper, then here you go. I mean, this really does work well. I am pleased. See, this one is 2 stamps, and they were already separated in the middle perfs there. I kind of accidentally overlapped them, I guess, when I dried it, so the question will be, will they come apart? Oh, okay, phew. They did. That was kind of my fault there. And since I dried them and pressed them like that, now they're a little crooked, like the bottom one kind of is tilted up. It kind of needs to be like that. Whatever. Oh, the bottom perfs here broke. I don't know if I did that or if that was like that. It was probably like that, so that would explain the whatever. It's tilting like that. So yeah, I think what I was still deciding, you know, what am I going to do with all these? Well, for the time being, I mean, I don't really want to get into much with them today. I think I'm just going to put them on a glassine and they'll be soaked off. Nice, clean, flat stamps for me to do with as I please later when I decide what I want to do with them. I assume I could just put them in glassines and sort them appropriately in my cabinets. You know, Canada, USA, all that. Is this the final page, I think, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Get a fair bit of stamps on one run here. This is good. This is good. This is good. Man, in the back of my mind, I'm like, the clock is ticking away. My one day is going away. Back. Oh, there we go. Back to work tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. Ugh. Gosh, one day. It's just not quite enough, man. I didn't know how good I had it before. I gotta work like a freaking dog! Whatever. At least I'm making money. At least I'm paying my bills. Life continues on. You know what blows me away is people that work like 80 hours a week. God dang, what a nightmare that must be. That is horrible. 80 hours? Crap, you know? No life at all. Live to work, literally. That's crazy, man. No thanks. Makes me feel like a pussy over here complaining 56 hours a week. Whoop-de-doo. Some people have got it worse. This one's sticky. Must still be gum left or something. But it shouldn't even matter. The gum shouldn't even matter. Get off of there. Something that may be a factor is, maybe there's like other adhesives on some of these that are not just stamp gum. That could be, like some residue from tape or, I don't know, but unlikely, but just a thought. Okay, so the final stamp. Aha. I got it. Okay, so. Wow. That was interesting. Let me loosen this up and try to give you an actual view of all the goodies. Yeah? Not bad. Pretty good run for one, my first time ever, and one single filled book. So yeah, a whole bunch of good stuff. Okay, I was going to mention this guy. I love this one. Holy moly. Beautiful American Eagle stamp, nice bullseye cancel. When I took that one out, I was like, ooh, that's nice. Although I did notice there is a small rip on the side there, which sucks. Little tiny rip, right? See it? It's pretty small, but shame. Otherwise, I actually really quite like this. Bummer. Okay. I love the whales. The whales are pretty cool. British Antarctic Territory. These turned out great. Very pleased with these. Lovely. And yeah, I like a lot of these. I like the shells. I like the balloons and stuff. And some other balloons as well. These ones are cool. I just like those. There was. Okay, this one's also pretty cool. I like this one. There's a bit of a curvature to it, which I don't quite get since it should be flat, right? But I guess that one didn't work for that one. There were some other ones that caught my eye. Oh, you know what's cool? This one turned out flat. I didn't film it, but what the heck? This one had rolled up like a cigarette tube. I had a really hard time getting this to lay flat before I could close the page. I was pretty sure I was going to screw that one up when I closed the page, but I didn't. Apparently, I ended up screwing up that other one, wherever it is. Oh yeah, this one here. So, yeah, I don't really care for these forever adhesive, self-adhesive flag stamps. Oh, get off! No. So, cheapers. What the heck? Now they're not sticky. I mean, how is it so sticky in the book there? What's the deal? Like, it's a little sticky. Like, that thing looks like crap on the back. It's got a bunch of stuff on there. I don't even know if I'll save these. I don't know why. I just don't care about these ones. I mean, they're forever stamps. And I love the American flag, but it is kind of boring. I mean, this is just so common. It's painful almost. Yeah, I mean, like, where am I going to put these in my album? Freaking nowhere. I don't even know if I'm going to save them. Yeah. But, let me look around here and see. Yeah, clearly, actually, as these are all just sitting here in front of me, from my viewpoint, looking at them, they're starting to curl, some of them. Like, This one, I think, was maybe the first one I took out. Look at it. It's curling. So I think that they're going to naturally want to curl. This one's curling. Yeah? So putting them in the book, pressing them down, wasn't quite enough. Weird. I thought that it would be. I really did. Anyway. I feel like I'm missing... There's a... Oh, gosh darn it. There was something that I really liked. I'm pretty sure it was a British stamp. Now that they're all in front of me, spread out, it's like I can't find it. Huh. I can't remember which stamp I was thinking of. Sorry, guys. Anyways, I'll just have to move on with my life. So, yeah, this all worked out well. Nice experiment. I don't know how often I'll do this, but I like it. What I can do, it'll be nice because what I can do is I can take that whole big box, which just, gosh dang it, there must be 1,000 or more stamps in that thing. I mean, we barely even touch it. And flatten them all out and take that whole box and condense it down to probably one big fat glass seed. Oh, by the way, I did also, let me move you again. You see all these? This whole thing here? These were all self-adhesives. While I was pulling stamps out of there, I was like, let me just separate the self-adhesives because they're not coming off, and they were muddying up my container, you know. Well, I don't just figured, yeah, throw them on a towel, let them dry out. Yeah, and I've got all my kind of paper scraps that all my stamps that we see in front of us came off of, so these can go in the garbage. And then I made like a little separate baggie here for the self-adhesives. So once all those are dry, they'll go in here. I am now a firm believer that it just doesn't make practical sense to even bother trying to put self-adhesives in there. And I think what makes sense is taking the extra time and bothering to sort out self-adhesives from the regular water-activated gum stamps before you even soak them. I think that that's just the right way to do it. You know, if you're looking at a bunch of stamps and you just like, ooh, I don't know if this is self-adhesive or not. Like I was saying earlier, look for them to have normal punched out circular perfs instead of that, serpentine die cut perforation style like this. Those are peel and stick instead of lick and stick. And that's honestly probably all you really need to look for is what do the perfs look like. And if you're unfamiliar with them, then now is a good opportunity to get used to what self-adhesive stamp perforations look like. Just Google, self-adhesive stamp die cut, DIE cut perforations. Call them serpentine die cut. They just don't look like the normal old-fashioned stamps that you would pull apart from each other. It's just different style perfs, okay? And a lot of them, I suppose, people will probably be able to just recognize by looking at them. I see like this Helen Keller stamp, and I just know that it's old enough that it's probably not lick and stick, or it's probably not self-adhesive. So, but anyways, yeah, something like this, I don't know. I thought this would be self-adhesive, and instead it's not, which that's kind of surprising to me. I'm a little surprised. But yeah, this one is probably the weirdest one I've seen in this whole bunch. So yeah, sort them out, I think that that's just, even though it's an extra step, I think it's totally worth doing because otherwise you have to deal with what I have to deal with here, which is a bunch of wet self-adhesive stamps I now need to let dry. And that kind of, was a bunch of extra clutter in my tub while trying to pick out the stamps. So, anyways, that pretty much does it, guys. I think that I'm just going to go ahead and slap all these in a glass scene. And, like I said, I'm going to dry the rest that are in this tub, which is not really a whole lot, but I could not fit all of them in the book. So these have now been soaking for several hours. So they better come off easy, huh? And interesting seeing that water turn into that kind of, well, it looks like piss, to be honest. I don't know if that's from the manila kind of folder paper and the brown paper, or if that's really just dirt, but it totally looks like I got a big tub of pee right in front of me. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you learned something. I already am well aware that this is some pretty basic stuff. A lot of you have probably already dealt with, but like I said, first time for me, so fun little experiment. I enjoyed this, and I absolutely will do this again. There's no doubt. I can't wait to see what other goodies I have in that box. I have mental memory of there at least been a few times, like maybe a handful of times, that I was like, wow, this is a sweet stamp, and I put it in that box. So there should actually, once I make my way through it, I should actually find some things that are actually kind of cool. I don't know about valuable, but cool. Oh, by the way, I was mentioning those kids playing the game outside my window. Super annoying, right? So they're not even playing a game. It finally bothered me, so I went outside enough that I went outside, and it's the neighboring apartment building, like 100 feet away on the second floor. These two kids are riding their bicycles on the balcony, and they've got a horn on their bike. They're literally just going in circles on the balcony, going meep, meep, meep. Like, I don't want to be a salty old man, but God, that is so annoying. Darn it! Like, give him the bike, but do you have to give him a freaking horn? I don't know, man. Actually, I'm pretty tolerant, and I'm not going to say anything. I'll wait. I bet you one of the other people in this complex are going to get sick and tired of it. I can't believe nobody's complained yet, because it's super annoying. Anyway, it's just a side note. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the little journey with me. We did get to look at some cool stamps this time, too, just like usual. I do love all these. They're awesome. So I'll be back later on. I'll catch you on the flip side. Later, guys. Bye.